I'm Christy Nelson here with your connection and a look at what's happening in North Texas. The American Lung Association grades Texas on tobacco-related deaths, and a North Texas neighborhood forms a petition to help slow down traffic. But first, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Kevin Smith. Kevin is here, and it is foggy and gray and damp.
More of a carbon copy of what we saw yesterday. The only exception, the rain showers, not as much as what we saw yesterday. Let's get to our tower cam at UT Dallas into Irving, showing nothing but that dreary conditions, all the gray you see there on your screen. Now, the reason for it, we have a stationary front that's locked out to the south and east of us. That's where the majority of the rainfall will be today, moving from the southeast to the southwest to the northeast. So the futurecast showing the cloud cover, areas of fog. There's really a little bit of a disturbance that will be moving through this evening. That's why I have the rain chances at 20 to 30%. So keep the umbrella handy, Christy and everyone. When you wake up on your Thursday morning, still mostly cloudy with some fog. We'll see those temperatures for today, upper 40s to around the lower to the mid 50s into around Thursday morning, back into around the lower to the mid 40s, and then by the afternoon with some peaks of sunshine, highs in the upper 50s to around the lower 60s, even warmer as we move into Friday into the mid 60s. Then we cool it down for the weekend, and long range El Nino that continues across North America, which means we have multiple storm systems moving in from Asia. And that means an active Pacific jet. And also that means that all that cold air is bottled up into Canada. And also those temperatures by next week approaching 70 degrees. Oh, wow. Stay tuned.
All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. Fort Worth announced a pay increase for school crossing guards. In fall of 2023, a review of their wages revealed they were below average in comparison to similar positions across Texas. The mayor and city council approved a pay increase from $12 to $13.50 an hour. The last time they gave a pay increase for crossing guards was back in 2022. The American Lung Association has released its report card on how effective states have been at stopping deaths from tobacco use. And it's not looking good for Texas. Our state has failed in 4 of the 5 categories, with the statewide cost of health care from tobacco usage costing more than $8 billion. Larry Collins has a breakdown of that report.
I want you to take a look at the grades for the state of Texas. Texas now listed as one of the worst graded states in the country in categories such as prevention funding, smoke-free air, and tobacco taxes. The state was graded an F. There was some improvement, though, over last year, getting a D in offering access to programs to help people quit their usage. The other failing grade for Texas was for flavored tobacco products. There's now a major focus on flavored cigars as well as menthol cigarettes, a push to get the Biden administration to finalize rules that would end the sale of those products. The argument is that they have been marketed to communities of color, and over 80% of black Americans who smoke use menthol cigarettes.
The tobacco industry for decades specifically marketed menthol products to black communities and other specific communities. The tobacco industry in Texas alone spends more than $600 million marketing their products to Texans. And you compare that to the $6 million or so that the state is spending to combat those efforts.
The American Lung Association argues that those flavored cigars and menthol cigarettes make it easier for kids to start smoking and more difficult for most people to quit. In the newsroom, Larry Collins, NBC5.
Dallas police and the DA's office are launching an aggressive effort to clear old sexual assault cases. And this is after years of evidence sitting on shelves because of a lack of funds to investigate. The Dallas police now say the number of untested rape kits is down to nearly 2,000 from 7,000. Some are tested locally, but others are shipped to a Virginia-based forensics lab. And while an exact number was not disclosed, Dallas police say the remaining untested kits will be sent to that Virginia lab to finalize all testing. Residents in East Dallas say too many drivers treat their neighborhood roads like a highway. And they say this stretch of East Mockingbird has been the site of several crashes and even deaths. They feel that it's time something is done to slow down traffic.
It's not uncommon to see drivers speeding down the road in excess of 60 miles an hour. This is a 40-mile-per-hour area. Enough is enough, and I think everyone's had enough at this point.
And John Lee Hutchison and her husband captured 3 crashes in January alone. And after the latest tragedy, neighbors banded together and created an online petition calling for a traffic light at Dalewood Lane. Thank you so much for catching up with The Connection.